I'm on a high, like every time I write I just use this as a real device to escape and yet supply the realities of life. So people, be careful when you drive, especially if you're under influence. Leave your whip behind, cause the laws are even tighter. Drug breathalyzers are being introduced as a way to keep us safe, or is it just another excuse to pull the wool over our eyes, to pull over young black ethnic guys? Please stop me if I ain't speaking truth. And speaking of corruption, Vladimir Putin's competition hardly had a look in, cause he's dead, and the real killer will most likely cover it up, like when Martin got shot. Did you know the government went on trial and was found guilty? Dust under a carpet regardless of the target. One day you're in and the next day you're outlined in white markings. Don't be surprised that Jihadi John is British. The biggest terrorists are in the West, and I know that makes you livid. They most likely wear suits and tax us in billions. Meanwhile, Jihadi John's bounty's in millions, and allegedly he hails from the West Side, severed several heads right in front of a small screen. Should we look at a bigger picture, like how many lives lost from wars, how many soldiers MIA with their families scorned, innocent lives used as bait like they're pawns? While we're all here stressing over a black and blue dress thing, Trayvon Martin's memorial passed. It's funny how substance and justice can be left in the dark when superficial charts are way higher cause of stars, man. Remember the time when you needed talent, not just reposts on Instagramming? I think right now we need more of a balance. I think we need more of a comic relief, like my news is getting ugly like a primitive beast, and Pornhub made a band for energy that generates while every time you're rubbing your meat. Oh geez, an old woman pulls the card with her teeth. Pretty random, but hey, happy birthday to my grandma. She turned 80. No, it ain't her. I pray you hardly need a doctor. I love you. I need to make more time, but until then, live long and prosper, like Dr. Spock done. This is UK Full Stop, playing the greatest to the latest in UK urban culture. Thursdays, 10 PM to midnight on West Side Radio.